Hey y'all, it's your girl Danielle Barnett, and I'm just here to give y'all a little bit of a PSA about black feminism and specifically reproductive justice. So I know you're probably like, what is we about to talk about? What is we about to get into? Well, let me just give it to you, right? So Miss Loretta Ross, who is a professor at Smith College in Northampton, Massachusetts, she originally started everything. Like, she is that lady. Like, she really did it all. So Miss Loretta Ross, she first began her involvement in activism in 1970 when she was a freshman at Howard University. That's how she kind of first started into activism. And so while she started to go through her journey of activism, she co-created the philosophy of reproductive justice for black women in 1994. Like, how amazing is that? A black woman came up with the term reproductive justice. Well, she helped co-create the term with other black women, reproductive justice, in order to really help make a change in reproductive justice. Not only did she do that, she also is the co-founder of Sister Song, which is an amazing organization that helps work with black women and women of color to get reproductive justice for them. And so Sister Song is a nationwide membership that is rooted right there in the South. They are the largest multi-ethnic reproductive collective in the United States. Their members range from women from all different ethnicities, mainly all minorities, and they all work together to help reform reproductive justice in the United States for black women today. And so I know that may even raise the question, well, what's reproductive justice? Like, what does this have to do with me? So reproductive justice activists have utilized the notion of intersectionality as a source of empowerment to catalyze one of the most significant transformations in reproductive policies in recent history. 12 black women worked within and outside of the pro-choice movement to establish the phrase reproductive justice back in 1994. To recognize the university of our experience and from sharing the developmenting consciousness to a politics that would alter our lives and evidently abolish our oppression. So basically, these women were trying to take away everything that was in the pro-choice movement that just was not for black women. So mainly the pro-choice movement was mainly for white women. You feel me? Like, during these times, it was mainly focused on the white women and what they needed and what they wanted. But really, these black women were so underappreciated and so undervalued that they honestly, truly weren't even given the opportunities to even really do all that it is that they could have done. And so I have this quote from Miss Loretta Ross, and she says, "What is reproductive justice? Reproductive justice is the right to have a child and the right to not have a child and the right to raise your children. Everyone should have that. It's not hard to explain. It's just hard as hell to achieve." And honestly, I love that quote because that is absolutely correct. It's not hard to explain that everybody needs this, but yeah, it's hard as hell for us to try to achieve it because for some reason, people just don't want to give us black women the things that we truly deserve, and that is our own reproductive justice and our right to dictate what is going on with our bodies. And so a little bit more about them and how they have affected reproductive justice and activism. And so they have so many different opportunities that people can actually go on and actually get a hands-on feel for what they do. So not only are they focusing on reproductive justice, they are also helping focus and educate young women about their rights and their reproductive justice and different things that they can do to help better their community and women in their surroundings. And so that's another thing that I just thought was really interesting. And so I hope that y'all were able to take a little bit from this and really get a chance to kind of learn a little bit about reproductive justice. It also kind of gave you some insight on what you're willing to learn and kind of look up in the future. Thank you.